Hey Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel where of course it's all Juve all the time. It's September 25th, I'm Alberto and you know the drill. I'm going to hit you with all the latest news surrounding the old lady, okay? And today we're going to get into injury discussions as Pogba and Chiesa's statuses are being reported today. So we're going to take a look at those two players and their returns. Unfortunately, we also have to talk about a new injury that's taken place and how Juve is going to be facing that one. Then we're going to get into talks about Max Allegri and an opportunity that's going to present itself for Juve and its players who are not participating in the World Cup. And then last but not least, some punishment that's come through from Uefa to Juventus. All right, so let's get into it. All right, Juventini, friendly reminder, like the video, please. Let's get maximum amount of likes on this thing, all right? And now, without further ado, let's get to the news, okay? So, Pogba. Pogba is said to be recovering very, very well, and he could be back even sooner than anticipated. October 25th against Benfica is the match they are aiming for. As far as Chiesa goes, Chiesa should be back before the World Cup as well. It is said that Max is going to be using him as a super sub to slowly integrate him back into the starting lineup for January. Okay, so we're gonna look at this right now. For me, this is a little bit of a cautious scenario. Pogba, there's no doubt there's gonna be rush involved there as he is trying to get back in for the World Cup. Chiesa as well. I hope that Max does use him sparingly and eases him back into the fold. But even with Pogba, these are very, very sketchy scenarios for Juventus. Max is a desperate man. That's why it's a cautious scenario and a sketchy scenario, in my opinion, because if we are pushing Pogba a little too much and Pogba's pushing himself a little too much, it might not bode well. So it is a little bit sketchy. Max is a desperate man. He's trying to find solutions as far as creating opportunities for this team to score some goals. As it stands right now, Juventus has conceded more attempts at 88 than we've actually taken at 82. Big problem. The way that Max is banking on these key guys to be the savior is also sketchy as well. And like I said, he's a desperate man. This is the worst start Juventus has ever had since 1955-56 season. That is all signs pointing and leading to a desperate scenario for Max Allegri. So I hope that these guys are ready and we can avoid any type of re-injury or aggravation on these players. Because, yeah, I don't think that they should be the saviors, but they are going to help the cause. But again, there's a lot of work to do before these guys even get back. And I just don't like the talk of them being the savior and everything's going to be fixed. We saw with Di Maria just not being the case, and there's a lot more to it that needs to be done. But these guys are getting closer. Hopefully, when they come back, there are no setbacks. All right. Now, in terms of a new injury that took place, Miretti will be leaving the Italy U21s, unfortunately, after suffering an ankle injury. It is reported early on that there are no fractures, okay? But he is heading to Turin right now as we speak for further evaluations to see what the timetable is going to be look like. So again, some positive news and some negative news, unfortunately, on the Moretti injury. In terms of Juventus, they have got some punishment from Uefa. Okay, so Uefa looking to set them €15,000 fine, and there's going to be a partial stadium ban at some point in this Champions League, potentially their next home match. That's okay. We're used to that. We set our own partial stadium bans anyways these days until Agnelli fixes what's going on with the curva and the fans and brings our atmosphere back. So we're really not going to notice that one, unfortunately. In terms of Juve and an opportunity that's going to arise to them during the World Cup with the players that are not participating in the World Cup, Juve is going to have an opportunity to probably look at a mini camp, and they're looking at doing this possibly somewhere like Spain or Turkey, somewhere that's warm, that has good tests for competition, to just further on their game and try to work on themselves and whatnot. So a mini camp might be taking place for Juventus during the World Cup. All right, that's your news to September 25th. Everybody, you know the drill. Please take a second to like this video, subscribe if you're new here to the channel. That's all Juve all the time. And more importantly, drop your comments, thoughts, questions, opinions, everything you might have on all the news you just heard today in the comment section of this video, because I am the team. Love mixing it up with you in the comment section. Okay, so let's get into it. I can't wait to hear from all of you. Till tomorrow, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.